from Ozarks First. You're watching Color 10 News at 9 on C.
Well, tonight we begin with a situation that took place right here in our own backyard at the Color 10 TV station on East Division. Around 2 p.m. today, 2 people in a minivan rammed through our security gate, damaged vehicles and a satellite dish, all before one of our employees approached with a camera rolling.
Well, but why are you destroying our stuff?
This is his picture. I will spread the story on all social media. The fake inventor, his name Ibrahim Zahir, but the real inventor, this guy.
There were 2 people in that van. Both are in custody after the driver rammed through the gate. He collided into 4 of our news vehicles in the parking lot, causing significant damage. Now, the driver then drove around to the back of the building where he repeatedly rammed into one of the satellite dishes, as you saw there. Police say the 2 people did not necessarily have a target here at the station, but their motive is still under investigation.
Well, they're going to jail. They'll be booked in, and our detectives will do an interview with them, and they'll probably present charges to see if the prosecutor's office will charge them. It's under investigation, just not real clear on the motive yet. They were targeting, for whatever reason, targeting vehicles, the satellite dish back here, and again, luckily no one was injured.
Now, the driver was a male, the passenger was a female. Police say they're father and daughter and have been living in Missouri recently, but previously lived in Tennessee. Well, new at 9 tonight, birth mother Candace Rather placed her child up for adoption when she was just 17 years old. 32 years later, she's overcome the pain of that decision and is sharing her story with other parents. Earlier this week, Rather was part of a panel discussion about adoption, and our David Chasanoff was there. So, David, who was invited to this discussion?
Yeah, Crystal, adoptive parents or those considering adoption were invited to the panel on Wednesday. And there they heard stories from mothers like Rather, who placed her son Tyler for adoption. Rather says she'll remember that experience for the rest of her life.
It was one of the hardest things I've ever done because I have a really strong natural mother instinct anyway.
That instinct affected her decision.
To be able to sit down and process not just what I wanted, but what was going to be best for him at the time.
Luckily for Rather, she didn't think this through alone.
I had a birth mom advocate or a social worker at the time that helped walk me through every step of that.
By making her write reasons for choosing adoption in a journal.
After I gave birth, I went over those reasons because everything in me at the time wanted to keep, but I just knew that it wasn't best at that time.
Rather says receiving support made her decision easier. She has advice for birth mothers in the same situation.
Don't do it alone. You know, do it with someone that can help you, walk with you, understand your pain, your grief, and, you know, just answer the questions that you're going to have along the journey.
Rather's adoption was semi-open, meaning she keeps in touch with Tyler's adoptive parents.
We've actually been reunited, so he's 32 now.
Amy Yen was at the panel. She says she learned a lesson from hearing Rather's story.
The importance of communication really was stressed. It made me want to go and communicate more with our birth moms.
She is the adoptive mother of 2 kids.
So I have a just turned 3-year-old and an 8-year-old daughter, Esther and Grace, and they are both thriving and wonderful kids. I love them just as much as if I biologically would have had them.
Yen keeps in touch with their biological mothers.
One of them we do twice a year, and then one of them we do once a year.
But after attending the panel, she plans to change that.
At least twice a year. Even if they don't respond back, they still want to get those letters.
Now, Rather encourages birth mothers to reach out if they have any questions. Now, she runs the nonprofit Harrison Creek Retreat in Neosho, Missouri. And Rather says she can be contacted on the retreat's Facebook page.
All right, thanks so much, David. Well, people from all over Springfield gathered on Park Central Square today for the mayor's tree lighting ceremony. There was free hot chocolate and a chance to visit with Mr. and Mrs. Claus, as well as local live entertainment. Well, after the tree lighting, Mayor McClure, Fire Chief David Pennington, and Police Chief Paul Williams settled in for 'Twas the Night Before Christmas story time. Each child in attendance went home with a free book. JEANA VARNEY lives in downtown Springfield, and this is her first year at this tree lighting ceremony.
It's super exciting living downtown and being able to come down here as a community and having this festival lights brighten up our awesome square. This is actually my first time. I usually come out after to see the lights when everybody's not here, but this is my first time experiencing it, and I'm actually pretty jazzed about it.
Now, tonight's tree lighting ceremony kicked off Springfield's Festival of Lights, and still to come over the next few months, horse-drawn carriage rides, ice skating, holiday shows and concerts, and the downtown Springfield Christmas Parade. Now, the Relics Event Center was home to all the macaroni and cheese you could imagine this afternoon for the Mo Mac and Cheese Fest. Local restaurants provided samples of mac and cheese pizza, mac and cheese with yellow cheese or white cheese, mac and cheese with sausage, and of course, the classic. The event was hosted by several local businesses and organizations, but all proceeds will benefit the Ozarks Area Community Action Corporation. The group works to help alleviate the causes and conditions of poverty in Southwest Missouri. Lindsay Dumas Bell is part of the Ozarks Area Community Action Corporation. She's also one of the people responsible for this cheese fest.
The Ozarks, we love our food festivals, right? We've got all kinds of fantastic food festivals, but we did not have a mac and cheese. And coming into the fall, the winter, comfort food, just a group of us were talking one day and someone said mac and cheese, and instantly, like a light bulb went off. Yes, mac and cheese.
Local restaurants competed for Judge's Choice and People's Choice Awards. The Mo Mac and Cheese Fest was completely sold out, and I can see why. Well, today was Thanksgiving Food Basket Distribution Day at Crosslines here in Springfield.
It is so very crucial that people understand the blessings they have and be willing to share those.
Meet Pat Hood next on Color 10 News at 9.